of Shame just pulled one of the dumbest moves that I've ever seen on YouTube. They faked an entire set of tweets. Death threats, doxing threats, bomb threats, bullets, the whole 9 yards. But here's the kicker. Not a single one of those tweets ever existed on Twitter, as I ran the advanced searches myself and got 0 results, meaning that Call of Shame fabricated the entire thing just so they can act like they're a victim. And by the way, they live in the UK, where making false threats and creating false evidence isn't just pathetic content, it's actually a crime that we're gonna break down on a video that begins right now. What's up, what's good, YouTube? Hope all is well, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Hoppin. On today's video, it's gonna be rather short and sweet, but more importantly, it's gonna highlight the recent activities of Call of Shame and show you where not only they lied to their viewers, but they're also committing crimes. That's crossing a line even for them. Fake tweets, false threats, and, well, straight up lies packaged to make themselves look like victims. Let's get right into the meat of the receipts. Here's what Call of Shame put on their latest upload. Supposed tweets saying things like, "Bro, it's Hoppa told me his address. I've got a bullet standing by. Somebody needs to put a bomb under his car. And I hate this channel. We should all report it." They colored out the names in the profile picture to make it look like they were redacting identities, but the way it's presented, they want you to think that it's real. They wanted you to believe that these were actual threats that people on the internet were making against them. Twitter's advanced search doesn't lie. You type in the exact phrase, and if somebody in the history of Twitter had ever tweeted those words, it would show up. I tried every single one of these so-called death threats, and guess what? Nothing. 0 results. These tweets never existed. In fact, they were fake. They were fake tweets written by Call of Shame, not by random people on Twitter. That's not evidence. Again, that's a crime. Here is the part that I want to bring up. And I'm not sure if this is something that you can actually do. So, like, I'm pretty sure YouTube has some sort of rule against me making content and just flat out lying about what other people said. Like, if I went live and I said, insert person said that they were going to harm me in real life, right? And then I showed you like a fake tweet that said that, but that tweet never existed, I'm pretty sure I could get in trouble. I'm pretty sure that's strike 1, 2, and 3. Your channel's done, right? I hate this fucking channel. We should all report it and get it taken offline of someone who can hack it. You have my permission. First off, who the fuck says that? You have my permission. You know who says that? The person that's creating the video and creating this fucking victimization mentality among, this is victimhood 101 right here. Just saw harmful opinion. That's another creator that did content about calling them fraud, which they are. Just saw harmful opinions video, brother. I'm gonna find who this guy is. Dirty Indian motherfucker. Well, funny thing, you're not Indian, and we all know that. And they think that's funny. They're trying to be like, lead it over here to the dirty Indian guy. We've reached out to the dirty Indian guy. He's not you. He's not the one making the videos. But they're trying to direct their stupid, naive fans to be like, hey, we could be this dirty Indian motherfucker. But here's the thing. Call of Shame is a complete C word because YouTube takes your money for saying the C word. In real life, he's the trying to look rich, but he's just like Logan Paul, a complete scumbag. How's he still got subscribers? I don't know, because he's a complete scumbag in real life. I hope somebody puts drugs in his house solely so I can watch his house. That's bullshit. Only a fucking 12-year-old would read that and be like, wow, there's somebody claiming to know him in real life saying he's just good. No, if anybody was claiming to know you in real life, they'd be identifiers in there. I know this guy, stupid fucking, thinks he's better than everybody, walks around Newcastle like his shit don't stink. And then we get to this next one here. Obviously, they're pretending to redact things here. Bro, it's Hoppa told me his address. I've got a bullet standing by Lamau. Just say the word. Now, that's BLA. I would assume he's trying to infer that that's Black Yoshi, because that's the only BLA that follows me, which you could reach out to Black Yoshi. So here, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go to advanced Twitter search. Let's find out who this person is. Let's find out who this is. Bro, it's Hoppa told me his address. I got a bullet standing by Lamau. just say the word, right? So if we search that entire phrase, searching the entire platform of X, of Twitter, right? We'll be able to find out who said that, correct? Not even this exact phrase. We'll go all these words. Bro, it's Hoppa told me his address. How about this? Bro, it's Hoppa told me his address, right? So any post that contains all of these words will show up if it was ever posted to Twitter. Watch this. If that was said, we'll find out who said it. No. 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 None of this is anything that Call of Shame said it was said, right? Now, let's search for that exact phrase. This exact phrase. It does not exist on Twitter. Nobody has ever made a tweet on Twitter that said, bro, it's Hoppa told me his address. I've got a bullet standing by Lamau. Just say the word. Nobody's ever typed that into Twitter and pressed send. Maybe that was their intention to try to set me up, but at the end of the day, it's easily debunkable. Nobody saying, I would be half tempted to think all this other shit out here. Just saw HO video, brother. Guarantee that's never been said on Twitter either. They made all that shit up. All of that shit is fake. Otherwise, they'd do this and it would look like a screenshot. It would look like a screenshot, just like this. And all they would have had to do was just cover that up. Boom. All right. That's why the shit looks like this. That is fake. Shut is fake. I used to use this. Remember my thumbnails? Remember how I used to just fucking be real cheap on my thumbnails? Right here? You see this? Oh, that's members only content. You gotta pony up that $1.99 to see that video. Trust me, it's worth. That video alone's worth $1.99. But you see this? This is fake tweet. Fake tweet. I can make one right here. Dark. Oh, wow. Smoke and mirrors, boys. For dumb people, nonetheless. But what about the other videos? Hold on. Just saw HO video, brother. Let's see here. Enough. It'll never be said. It was never said. It was never said. You can go to all of these words. It was never said. None of these were ever said. Now, so that's fake. Call of Shame's a fraud. And here's where it begins to get serious. Call of Shame just didn't lie to me, they lied to you as well. They fabricated violent threats, acted as if they were real, and built a video around them trying to cry victim and smear my name? That's not exposing cheaters. That's manipulating their very own audience. And in the UK, this isn't just drama. Under the Malicious Communications and Harassment Act, publishing false, threatening material to cause distress is a crime. Call of Shame sat down, typed out fake death threats, pretended to redact the names, and sold that to you as fact. That's not any form of journalism. That's just pure fraud. They didn't just waste your trust, they completely exploited it. So why would they do this? Well, that's easy. Their credibility is collapsing. They're being exposed for misleading edits, they're getting caught in lies left and right, and now they're in full-on damage control. So instead of facing the heat, they flip the script and try to play the victim. But when you've got to make up threats to keep the sympathy rolling, that's no longer righteous. That's desperation, buddy. Let's make this clear to everybody. I never leaked anyone's address. I never told anybody to send threats. Those tweets are fake, and I've proven it with receipts. And you still believe Call of Shame after this? Well, that's on you. when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Like this former Call of Shame fan did. Some stereotypes are true. There are people that think everybody cheat because they're fucking absolutely ass at the game. It is, I'm sorry, not everybody, but there are those people exist. Otherwise, the stereotype wouldn't exist. Just to explain this, this was a Call of Shame fan left a comment. But I've been played like a fool. I've been calling Call of Shame for 2 years. Time I found you, Hoppy, yesterday, I unsubscribed to him because I can't trust him anymore. I feel like a dumbass trusting Call of Shame. This is basically after him watching the stream of me dropping all the receipts that Call of Shame's been lying to everybody, right? And I said, hey man, it's not you've probably been taken advantage of, and that's wrong. Glad you found the channel. Call of Shame can keep faking and crying whoop, but the truth always catches up. Drop a like if you're glad somebody's still pushing receipts. Hit the subscribe with the notification bells on. Join one of the greatest communities on YouTube, the Alpha Squad, by using a link down in the description to get access to members-only content and special perks within our live streams. And it also helps support real creators like myself who don't need to lie to you to make a point. But I want you to do one thing for me. Always remember the wise words from Mark Twain, who once famously said, "A lie can travel halfway around the world before the truth has its boots on." Catch you guys on the next one. Hit my mic. Holla.
What is you doing? Finna go hard, hard, hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist. That for the squad, squad, squad. Know they gon' hate. Do what I tell them. Get on your jaw, jaw, jaw. Work on smooth. I got the moves. I swear to God, God, God. Hey, I just dropped 200 on a new